I am back on the road again doing the original one-man show, the Broadway show that I did on Broadway, the show that was show of the year in Las Vegas. I play 18 characters. This show was before the movie, before the musical. You could come and see it. John, where am I going to be, John?
October 4th, you're going to be in Mashantucket, Connecticut at the Great Cedar Showroom. October 10th, you're going to be in Peekskill, New York at the Paramount Hudson Valley. October 12th, you're going to be in Des Plaines, Illinois at the Des Plaines Theater. And October 13th, you're going to be in Chicago, Illinois at the Columbus Day Parade Medal of Honor Award.
Just go to chazzpalminteri.net for tickets. That's chazzpalminteri.net. Go on my website, get tickets. I'll see you there. It'll be a night in the theater you won't forget. All right, my guest here. This guy, one of the hottest comics around today. Funny, tears up the house. I've seen him a bunch of times, and I never get tired of seeing him because every time I see him, he gets funnier and funnier. Obviously, you know him on his Instagram. He's hysterical. He does things about the Yankees, the Giants. And if you ever seen him in person, you got to bring the family. You'll laugh your ass off. Vic DiBitetto. Did I say it right?
No.
No, Vic.
I feel bad correcting
correct
you.
me.
DiBitetto.
DiBitetto. Hold it. This guy is unbelievable. One of the hottest comics today in the world. And I say that. I mean that sincerely. Hysterical, funny. I really want you to meet him. Vic DiBitetto.
DiBitetto.
What's the matter with him?
Chazz, nobody says it right. Don't take it personal.
No, I have to say it right.
DiBitetto.
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 Like Geppetto with a D.
Don't fuck me up,
DiBitetto.
Vic
D.
DiBitetto.
D.
D.
Potato.
Potato. Vic DiBitetto.
Perfect.
DiBitetto. Ready?
Go ahead.
And here he is, the one and only Vic DiBitetto.
Yes. Thank you, Chazz. Thanks for having me back again.
Oh, come on. People love you, man. They love you. I mean, it's like you always like tear it up.
I love what I do. I love making people laugh, and I've been blessed with the most loyal, supportive crowd. People come see me 5, 6, 7 times.
All the time. Same people.
I say, don't you get sick of me? I'm sick of my act. They say, no, we love you. Look, I'm selling tickets. I'm booked to the end of 2026. I mean, I'm blessed. I can't complain.
How blessed are you?
I'm doing better than most, not as good as some. It's not a good position, not a bad position to be in.
But let me tell you something. You know, people don't realize, Vic. And I used to, and actually my producer, John, Sheridan made me realize it. And Michael Levin and told me, because there was one point, and I'm going to say this quickly because those shows, I like to talk about the guests, but I'm talking about you because I could see how you feel, because I said, gee, I would see guys selling out Madison Square Garden and all these big places. Then I go, well, wait a second. And then they told me, they go, you know what it's like to sell out like 1,500 seats, 2,000 seats, 2,500 seats? Not many comics would dream about doing that. Dream!
Yes.
Could I do that?
Exactly.
Most of them sell out, 150 seats, whatever.
Right.
So we should be very grateful.
There's different levels of success. There's ball players that make 40 million. There's ball players that make 10 million. I'm in a nice position. I can still go out and not get bombarded with fans. I do now and then, which I love.
Yes.
As long as I'm alone. When I'm with the wife, it's a different story. She gets annoyed, which I understand to a point. But I tell her, this is part of it. Would you rather me back in a school bus or back in a garbage truck? That's the perks you get with this.
That's the perks you get. And sometimes you get tables of places you never would have got.
Exactly.
To me, that's the real perk.
Yeah. I go to restaurants and the cook comes out and says, hey, I'm a big fan.
I'm a big fan.
And I want your... It never gets old, especially in this world of hate and anger.
Yeah.
It's nice to see people at their best.
I mean, what's better, Vic? And I'm not a comic. I'm an actor. But you, when you get out there, you just walk out with a microphone. No big band.
Exactly.
No big gambari.
I'm my own writer, producer, director.
Right.
I'm up there in the belly of the beast. I mean, a band with 4 guys, the lead singer could get off and take a break,
Right.
and he's got the other 3 covering for him. I can't do that. I do
Right.
that. There's nobody on stage.
Now, do you know when you first get out there, Vic, do you know what kind of audience it is after a few jokes?
Yes, by watching the guy ahead of me.
Okay.
I'll be backstage and I'll check out the crowd from behind the curtain or wherever I am.
Right.
And I could tell when the first guy's up there. But most of the time, I don't mean to blow smoke up my own ass. At my shows, my fans are there to see me.
Right.
So I got that going for me. I could go up there and pick my nose for 45 minutes. They're going to laugh.
They want to see you.
Exactly.
So the guy who opens for you,
He's got the hardest job.
he's got the hardest job.
He's just setting the table. And one guy, Joe Conti, he said hilarious line. He says, "Folks, I know you're here to see Vic. Picture you're at a restaurant. Vic is the entree. I'm the stuffed mushrooms before the entree comes out."
That's a great way to
and
say
it gets
it.
a great laugh.
That's a great letter.
And I go on and boom, I love what I do, man. It's good.
Yeah, I remember talking. I wasn't talking with him. My friend was. I saw and he said, "What is?" Because Albert Brooks did stand up,
Right.
And Albert Brooks opened up for Richie Havens.
Okay.
Many. I think it was Richie Havens. I can't remember. And he goes, and when he came out, they just kept going, Richie.
That's rough, man.
That's rough, man.
It's something you said that. I had this is like one of the worst stories I've had in my career. And I'm doing this 42 years.
Wow.
And I don't know if any of your fans are a fan of his.
Right.
Or if you're a fan of his. You know Southside Johnny?
I know the group, yes.
Okay. So his manager, big fan of mine, contacts my manager. We want Vic to open for Southside
See,
Johnny.
to me, I would have already said, no. How does that work? A comedian for a rock? No.
Well, I just wanted to do it for the 4,000 people
Sure.
outdoors on Asbury Park by the Stone Pony.
Of course.
I'm thinking Springsteen might show up. That's what I'm thinking.
Right.
Because he's very close
Very
with
close.
Southside Johnny.
Yes.
So he says, just do 10 minutes and bring up Southside Johnny.
10 minutes. How bad could it be?
Piece of cake. Close to home, Asbury Park. My family's in the crowd, 4,000 people. I could plug my dates and,
I can see it.
okay.
Yeah.
I'm killing for 10 minutes. All of a sudden, the audience, I'm doing 5 minutes. 5 minutes into my act, I'm supposed to do 10 minutes. The audience is applauding. I'm like, what's going on? I'm in the middle of a bit, and they're pointing behind me. The corner of my eye, I see Southside Johnny walking up to me. He whispers in my ear, "Get out of here. Get out of here," 3 times. And I couldn't it was like,
Wow.
he took the mic,
What an asshole.
took the mic and threw it into the parking lot. I come off stage. I go to the manager. Is that part of his act? What the fuck was that all about? Oh, he doesn't like following comedians. So why the fuck did you book me here to
Right.
open for him? Very unprofessional.
Unprofessional.
I was mortified.
You know what? I don't know the guy, but
I've never, 42
I don't know the
years,
guy. I never met him. Southside Johnny, you're an asshole.
Thank you. Fuck him.
And I don't usually say that to
fuck
people,
him
but
and
fuck
the
him.
whole cavalry behind it.
Because I liked his music, and they
I
were
know.
good.
He was great. I loved
Yeah.
his music.
Now, fuck him.
But you
now.
don't do that.
You don't do that. I don't care. I don't care who you are.
I'm sorry if you get any bad comments from
I
your
don't
fans.
care. Did you ever, now being Italian, Vic, did you ever do anything where you offended maybe like a wise guy or anything like that?
Not a wise guy, but I got messages. How dare you be an embarrassment to the Italian family?
Oh, yeah, that's all.
So you know what I tell him? Were you ever the Grand Marshal for the San Gennaro feast?
Right.
And I post a video of me on waving to
Yeah,
everybody.
I don't even answer them.
What do you?
Yeah.
You always had that great story. There's a basket of crabs. One's trying to get out,
Right.
and there's always one pulling you back in.
Yeah.
That's Italians. We
That's
don't
Italians.
stick together.
And it's always Italians,
yeah,
too.
exactly.
It's always Italians. For some reason, they go, it's like weird. It's like, it's not like they say, I'm jealous that you have it. No, it's like, I don't have it, so you shouldn't have
Right.
it.
It's weird, man. You know, people want to see you success,
Right.
but when it's an inconvenience for them, they have a problem. Like my manager gets an email. Well, he used to work for me 20 years ago for $300. What's he, a big shot now? No, he's not a big shot. He just moved on. Aren't you happy for him that he's doing the Hard Rock Casino
Right.
instead of an Elks Club? Don't
Right.
you give him props for the don't you know his story?
And the more you give people their props, the more life will be good to you. I really believe that. The more you're bitter and it's like you're bitter and you're like this and the good universe bounces off you. When you're really open to and wish people success, I truly believe that. That's why I became successful.
There's enough. I believe there's enough in the pie. There's a piece of the pie for everybody. People always compare me to Sebastian because he's Italian. I'm like,
right.
God bless him. He's selling out Madison Square Garden. I'm happy for him.
Yes.
Why do they compare? What's with?
He does his thing.
I'm not Sebastian, and he's not me.
Exactly.
So I don't know. People are fucked up, man.
Well, they have to find.
Wow.
People basically have to find the negative. Most people, not all,
right?
But most people have to find the negative. Your success does not diminish me, and that's why I love having my podcast because I always like to talk about them.
Right.
They're the stars. I'm not. They're the stars. I want to bring out. I really want people. Look, you're funny as shit, and you're great. And the more people that see you makes me feel great.
Thank you.
Because they'll go, hey, Chazz, you know that guy you recommended?
Right.
I saw him. Oh, my God, he was hilarious. I go, oh, man, cool. Yeah, because that's a good feeling.
One hand washes the other. That's how I was brought up, and two hands wash the face. It's just be a decent person, man. It's so much hostility out there. That's why I love when I see a full room and to hear laughter and humanity at its best. And it's just great. I do meet and greets.
And it seems like you have a great attitude. It's like, I don't want to be around negative people.
Right, exactly. It rubs off on you. You stay with positive people, you do positive things.
You know what? As far as you see what you just said, it rubs off on you.
It does.
It does. It does. Because my shrink told me once, he said, no matter how much you try to help someone, no matter what you give them and try to change their life, if they don't want to do it themselves, you can't do it.
Yep.
But, he says, the reverse is not true. They can bring you down. Negative people can bring you down to their level if you allow them.
Wow.
Just by being around them.
Right.
And I told my son this. I said, my son, when he got his license and everything, I said, hey, I know you don't get high and things like that. I said, but if you hang around with these people that are real drug users and they're in your car and you're driving them, things could happen.
Yep.
And they can bring you down.
Yep.
And I said, mark my words, that if they get pulled over on a cop and you're driving, they're going to put those drugs underneath your seat. I'll never forget, I told them that. 2 years later, one of his other friends got caught. There was the park, smoke was cool coming out of the car, but they put the drugs underneath it, just like I said.
Yep.
And they had to go in. And the guy, the driver, he was getting high too, but he went rat on them, and he had to take the whole hit. And now that's on his record.
Yep.
And that hurts his life. And I go, that goes to show you. And he said, yeah, you were right, Dad. I said, so you have to be around good people.
Yes. Like when I'm on the social media, I see somebody I don't like, I just move on. I don't write anything.
Yeah. Like if people look, nobody's perfect.
No.
Jesus God. And people cannot like me, or they dislike what I do, or they just don't like me, and that's fine.
Comedy is subjective.
Right.
I always get, oh, you're funnier than Sebastian. Right away with the Sebastian.
Yeah.
Oh, he's funnier than you. All right, but somebody might think the other way.
But what does that mean?
It's subjective.
But they
change the channel.
So why do you have to say that for?
Exactly.
Like, what are you getting out of that?
They want attention. They want their 5 minutes of fame. It's insane.
Yeah, it's like.
Now I just block and delete. I'm getting too old and too tired. I got no time anymore for this.
But that's what you should do, Vic.
Yeah, I do.
You just block them.
I learned the hard way.
Because if they want you to talk back to them, they want to be there. Because they're droll. These monsters are trying to get validation. The best thing against them is silence.
Well, one guy woke me up. He got nasty. I got nasty with him, and he writes back, but I got you to answer me. So
Yes.
That set off a light bulb. Yeah.
Never.
Okay, you got me.
Never answered it.
Touche.
I mean, exactly. But I got you to answer me.
Yep.
So it's how you look. I forgot it. Was it James Allen who said it? It was a great philosopher. He said 90% of life is 100% of life is 10% what happens to you and 90% how you react to it. I hope that's the right way.
You just reminded me of a yogiism. Remember that one?
Which one?
99% of this game is half mental, something like that.
Yeah.
He was a philosopher.
Yogi Berra was
I
funny.
loved him, man.
And people don't know what a great ball player he was.
10 World Series.
Not even that. The guy was an MVP.
Yeah.
On the Yankees.
And he joined the Army, too.
Yeah.
In the middle of all that.
Yeah. He always tells the story, he goes, about him and Garagiola.
Garagiola.
They grew up together. And somebody asked Joe Garagiola if he was a great ball player, better than in the Little League. He says, in the Little League, he goes, I wasn't the best ball player on my block. He said, Yogi Berra lived 2 doors down. He always tells that story. But we know you're a diehard Yankee fan, and obviously I'm a diehard Giant fan. Now, do you go to the game sometimes?
Once a year. I hate the crowds. I hate the traffic.
Now, when you go to a Giant game or Yankee game,
yeah, once they
got to go.
I know.
They got to scream because I go a lot.
Well, I went with Phil Cuzzy.
No, I don't know.
He's a major league umpire.
I heard the name, but I don't know.
He calls balls and strikes at Yankee Stadium sometimes. Yes. I did a show at Nanina's on the Park in Belleville, New Jersey.
Right.
It was a benefit. Joe Torre was there. He gave a speech, and 45 minutes. Torre's telling old stories about the Yankees. The MC comes on, and now the comedian, Vic DiBitetto. The crowd gets up. They start walking out. I stood in a chair, and I screamed, like, what the fuck? Because Joe Torre's done. What am I? And they all came. I just started doing my act. They all came back, sat down. Phil Cuzzy was in the audience. He came up to me, says, dude, I can't believe you pulled that off. We became friends.
Yeah.
And he said, next time I'm calling balls and strikes, I'll give you my number. Call me. I get your tickets.
Yeah.
I hate asking for favors. But I said, you know what? Fuck it. They were playing the Angels. I emailed him, and he gets back to me. He says, all right, there'll be 2 tickets at Gate 4. Just get them. And he met me, took us on the field. I met Albert Pujols, Mike Trout. They were having batting practice. I took my daughter. He goes to me, you want to go to the locker room? I go, Victoria, we're going to the Yankees locker room. Holy shit.
Yeah.
I got diarrhea now.
That's exciting, yes.
He took us to the umpire's locker room.
Oh.
My daughter said, Dad, you should have seen your face when you walked into the umpire.
Well, you could have asked.
Phil, if you're watching, I love you. I love you.
Yeah. Yeah, but, you want to go to the Yankees.
That's what I thought.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's because, the reason why they hate us so much is
because they're successful.
we're the Yankees.
Because they got 27 World Series.
We're the Yankees.
How do you,
man.
I mean, you got Ruth, Gehrig, Mantle, DeMatt. Come on.
I mean, there's no other. Don't get me wrong. I love the other franchises are great, but we're the Yankees.
Well, the closest one is 11, the Cardinals.
That's it. But so let's be real here. Anyway, I'm gonna get my Boston fans. And don't get me wrong. I just had Joseph Abud on. He's a big Boston.
That's the greatest rivalry in sports.
I love the rivalry.
I don't think it's like that anymore.
No.
Well, it's still bad. I mean, but maybe not.
I want to see a guy get hit by a pitch. I want to see a fight.
Yeah, but I love.
I want to see Nettles and Spaceman Bill
place.
Lee.
I have to say, I love Boston.
It's a great town. Also,
great town, and I love them because they're passionate about that.
And they never knocked down Fenway. How the hell do you knock down Yankee Stadium?
Yeah.
I'll never.
Well, because I've been to Fenway, and Fenway's a great park to see a game. The old Yankee Stadium, the real old one, I remember that, was not a good place. There were seats with a pole right.
Refurbish it. That's hallowed ground.
Yeah.
How do you? Wrigley's still going.
Yeah.
The Roman Coliseum is still standing.
But now it's more about the game. It's more,
right.
Hotels and food and
money.
The
almighty dollar.
Yeah, the almighty dollar. So
Yep.
Don't forget my restaurants. I got 2 of the finest Italian restaurants anywhere. In Manhattan, 30 West 46th Street, between 5th and 6th Avenue, and 264 Main Street in White Plains, New York. And please, all you have to do, folks, is mention I watch Chazz Palminteri's podcast. Free desserts for the table. Not just for you. For the table. You got that? That's all you have to do is mention to the waiter, I saw Chazz Palminteri's podcast. I'm a fan of his. I gave orders to everybody at both restaurants. Free desserts, handmade desserts made there at the restaurant, at the table.
All right, let's move on.
Yeah, let's move on.
What else can we talk about?
So, what were some highlights of your career, Rick?
Oh,
Vic, what were some highlights?
there's just so many.
I'm sure there are, but were there any?
I did a show for The Sopranos at the Brownstone.
Yo, okay.
That's when they were having, when Johnny Sacks would sing. It's Sharippa and Michael Imperioli. They were the hosts. It was comedy you can't refuse.
Exactly.
I
yeah.
was the comedy portion of it. And I got
Okay.
to meet all those guys. I sat down, had dinner with them. I even roasted James Gandolfini at the Brownstone. And it was just great. He was a sweetheart. The Brownstone in Paterson,
Sure,
New
I
Jersey.
know where it is, yeah.
My opening joke was, welcome to the Brownstone, where you can get your car valeted and carjacked within one block. And that got a laugh. And that was one of many. I don't know. I guess doing the Westbury Music Fair, the Round,
right.
the Hard Rock Casino in
Did you ever,
Atlantic
like,
City.
When you do those gigs, you ever usually it happens for me is just before I go on, sometimes I go, wow, life is good, Chazz. You know, did you ever feel like you hear these people, it's crap, you see 1,000, 1,500, 2,000, Foxwoods, 5,000 people.
That's why I took you on stage.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's right. I mean, that's exciting.
Chazz, I stand backstage and I look at these people, I'm like, holy shit. These people prepared weeks in advance to get tickets to see me. They've all had a shitty day or a shitty month.
Right.
They want to come, like Billy Joel says, to forget about life for a while.
Yeah.
And I go on, once they introduce me, the applause. Now I'm starting to get standing ovations before my set.
Oh, that's
It's
when
just-
you know.
Now it's getting to the point. I'm in the middle of a bit. They're yelling out some of my bits. I'm getting heckled by my own material now. It's insane.
That's crazy.
It's crazy. It's great.
That's
It
great.
never gets old, and not a day do I take it for granted.
And how does your family feel about all this?
They love it. I mean, look, my kids are used to it. They live with me. I live, but
Now,
my
how old are your children again?
35 and 30.
35, 30.
They live in Scotland. That's a whole other story.
So they live in Scotland, then when they come here, they stay with you.
Yeah. Oh, where are they going to go? They're going to spend money on a hotel? Of course
Right,
they
right.
stay. But we got the room, and we love it.
And you have two boys? Or a
One
girl?
boy, one girl. My daughter just got married. And my son, him and his partner, they're happy together. I even have a
Right.
joke about them. And they're two gay guys with a great sense of humor.
Right.
I say, because his partner has a 17-year-old blind Bichon dog. And I say, even the dog is gay. When I ask for his paw, it goes like that. It gets a laugh. They wrote it for me.
It is funny.
They got a sense of humor. Funny
Right.
is funny if you do it the right way.
Funny is funny.
Yes.
And in the words, I was with a comedy show in the 70s, and we used to say, never cut funny.
No.
Never. Funny is funny.
Funny is funny.
Funny's money.
Yes. Well, that's funny you said that, because I'm the funny, my manager's the money, and Lucy is the honey. So we call ourselves Funny, Money, and Honey.
Funny money. Honey.
It's stupid, but it's cute.
Wow. And so your kids are very excited about your...
Yes. Well, they grew up with it. I mean, I had my son on America's Funniest People in 1991.
Wow.
He was 5 years old, and we won 10 grand. He was 5 years old. I had him in a suitcase. I take him out. We did a ventriloquist act. I sat him on my lap.
What a great idea.
I put rouge on his. I put two lines.
That's brilliant.
I put two lines like a puppet.
Yeah.
He had a bow tie and glasses. And as he's saying Rudolph the reindeer, I drank a glass of water. It was hilarious. We won 10 grand. 5 years
I'm
old.
surprised nobody ever did that after that. That's a brilliant idea.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
Now, we know, like you just mentioned that your son is gay. And here you are, an Italian guy from New Jersey, right?
Oh, originally Brooklyn,
Ri-
then
originally
Staten
Brooklyn.
Island, now New Jersey.
So, and without getting the whole thing into it, but it's incredible how open-minded you and your wife were. You said
Chazz, he's my son.
it's your son, right?
What am I going to do,
No, but I know Italians, from certain areas, forget about it.
If you would have told me back in the 70s that I have a gay son, I'd be smoking pot with my daughter, I tell you, get the fuck out of here.
Right.
But times change, you know?
Right.
My son, I do a whole bit about having a gay son, and I get parents all the time. They come up to me after the show who have gay kids. I just want to thank you. You made it easier on me.
Absolutely.
I get gay kids, thank you for saying that. You know, I have a line. It's a little blunt, but it's true. I said, would you rather your kid come out of the closet or hang himself in a closet?
Wow.
And that wakes people up. And it really, yeah.
I mean, you say it right there.
It's my son.
It's your son. And your daughter, she just got married.
Just got married in my backyard.
In your backyard.
She gave us a month's notice. We had to get a tent and lights, and we decorated the pool. And her husband now, he's Scottish. He's in a Scottish band. He played an acoustic guitar as me and my wife walked her into the tent. And I just started.
You were gone.
It was just beautiful. It was just beautiful. Beautiful day. Beautiful 45 people. It was just perfect.
Beautiful. Now, where do you get your material, Vic?
Being married, having kids. It's all about me. I don't like to talk. You know, people say, we're going to see you tonight. Pick on my friend. I'm not Don Rickles. I don't pick on people. Have a cocktail, relax, let me entertain you. I talk about me and my life experiences, and people relate to it. It's relatable.
Now, would you say, because I remember hearing about you years ago. I don't know how many years ago it was, but it was the thing about you going out for milk.
Wow. Well, that one viral, I think 2013. When was Hurricane Sandy? It was that. It was
like 13.
I think it was 13.
It was that year of Hurricane Sandy. I opened the door. I saw a snowflake. Right away, I thought, oh boy, here we go. Everybody's going to be panicking. I got the bread and milk. And I filmed it from my house to the car, 26 seconds. It went viral. I thought that was the last video that would go viral. Right. It's a crapshoot.
You don't know.
You never know.
You don't know, right? Yeah. I've done things where I go, hey, John, this is really great. He goes, you know. Then other times I've done things where I go, I don't know. He goes, it's going to go big. I go, no, I don't see it. And he's right. And I you know, it's the young kids. They know.
It's like the roulette thing. You throw the video, the ball is the video, and you don't know where it's going to land. But there's one right now that has over 1 million views. Me and my manager imitating Rocky and Mickey. We're not even talking. We're just doing sounds. He's going, and I'm going, 30 seconds, over 1 million views. The stupidest thing. You can't. There's no rhyme and reason.
It's a scratch-off ticket.
Yeah.
But now this Giants one, it's up to over 1 million views right now.
Yeah, tell us about this thing. What are you doing with the Giants?
The Giants and the Yankees, it opened up a whole new audience. There's the Yankee audience. That is in addition to my regular videos audience. I got the Giants now. I do a midweek press conference where I pretend I'm talking to the press.
This is on Instagram.
Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube.
So if those want to see it, they just go to those channels. Okay.
And I got the microphone, but there's nobody there. You know, and I'm looking around.
Right.
And then I do the pregame and the postgame. And I hate to say it, the worse the Giants play, the funnier the videos are.
Well, I mean, obviously, look,
and
I'm a huge Giant fan.
Me too.
25 seconds left.
Please.
And I turned to my friend and I said, it's not over yet. And he looked at me and said, Chazz, it's all. I go, I've been a Giant fan since the 60s.
Yep.
I go, trust me, it's not over yet. And look, it's hard for me to even talk about it.
Same thing with the Yankee game. Once the starting pitching comes out, I'm like, it's not over. The bullpen's coming in. It's not over. This game's far from over.
The game's far from over.
But it relates to Giant fans, and I'm like their voice. And it gets great views, and it's just amazing.
Yeah, I mean, everybody knows how. I mean, I die. When the Yankees lose, I die. I'm in a bad mood all day.
Yeah.
I'm not feeling good.
Yep.
I don't eat right. I know that's crazy. But hey, you know, as long as we'll be in the playoffs, we have a shot.
Yes, we always have a shot. Then when we get to the playoffs, it's the same old.
Well,
I'm just...
Maybe it'll be... Look, again, when you're a diehard like me, I go, all right, give it another shot.
I hope you're right, man. Believe me.
Listen, I thought we could... I thought by rights, again, we don't have a sports show here. I thought we should have beat Los Angeles. There were 2 games we gave away.
You don't bring in Cortez to face St. Freeman.
We gave away 2 games.
Yes.
And I'm upset by that, but I just thought we had a great team.
How don't you cover first base? That's the first thing they teach you in spring
it
training.
Happens, I know.
Anyway, WFAN played one of my Giants videos the other day. I'm in my car, and now Vic DiBitetto, I almost hit a tree. I'm like, holy shit, they're playing my video. It's on WFAN. You know, they keep out the cursing, but they played a snippet of it, like you guys just did.
Yeah. Wow. It's amazing how you could take from your own life and make it funny.
That's what I do.
But you're funny.
Yes.
See, I believe I'm one of those. There are people who are funny and people who are not funny.
Right.
Then there's another kind, which is the worst. Actually, there's two kinds. With people who are not funny, who think they're funny.
Oh, yeah.
But then there's a step above that. Movie stars who think they're funny,
Okay.
but they're not funny.
Right.
That is a whole... Like if I'm around, I'll be at dinner and there'll be certain people there, and they're movie stars, and I could tell big movie stars, and they'll say something funny and people laugh, and I go, "Oh shit, that wasn't funny."
Right.
So they're just laughing for to be nice.
How many times I get, Vic, I got this. You could use this in your act.
Yeah.
Because people say I'm just like you. No, you're not. You
you're
might be funny here at a table, but do that in front of 2,000 people for an hour.
Yeah, get up there.
Right.
See, you're funny with your friends.
Yes.
Get up there with strangers.
Exactly.
Who just drove, who paid a lot of money to come and see you. Let's see how funny you are.
Right. And then there's the guys that don't stop being funny. Like you're in the green room. It's like, is there an on-off switch? Like
some guys don't have that.
You got to stop. And you can't learn it. I don't believe in comedy school. That's just my opinion.
No, I don't. No.
You can't.
No one can teach you to be funny.
Look, I was the class clown. I started at Pips Comedy Club in Sheepshead Bay, Brooklyn in 1982. There was an amateur night. Andrew Dice Clay was the MC. That's how long I'm doing this.
Wow.
I had to follow Richard Jenny, may he rest in peace, John Mulrooney, Ray Garvey, Otto and Joe. It was the comedy boot camp, Pips Comedy Club.
Where was it?
Sheepshead Bay on Emmons
And
Avenue. Rodney
Richard
started
Jenner was
there.
funny.
Richard Jenny was a genius.
He was a very funny guy.
He was clean. He was clever. I would kill for the bits that he threw in the garbage bag. He was just.
He would be big today, even bigger.
Oh my God! He was in the movies with Jim Carrey. He was on
great.
on the cusp.
Shame.
That's why you never know, man.
You never know.
I'm 64. People say, how come you don't have a sitcom? How come you're not in the movies? I'm like, I'm happy. I just want to enjoy the rest. I'm selling tickets. I have a beautiful family. I have a nice house. I drive a Lexus. What more do I want?
You're doing what you love to do.
Exactly. I have a passion,
Your vocation became what you do, That's...
I drove a school bus for 13 years. I drove a garbage truck for 20 years. I
drove a garbage truck for 20 years.
Did I tell you
about hard work, fella?
Did I tell you the story last time I was here? I don't know if I did.
No, but say it again.
I had my route. We had a private. My father owned private sanitation. No, I was waiting for that.
Okay.
If I was in the mob, I'd be having a residency at De Bellagio.
I understand. Go on.
Anyway,
Just kidding.
I had to stop on First Avenue, and I pulled the truck over to Dangerfields. I get out of the truck. I told the manager, if I pick up your garbage, can you give me stage time? I picked up Dangerfield's garbage. That's how I broke into Dangerfield's. He want me going stage. I went on stage in my uniform.
Come on.
Yep. Got out, honked the horn. As I'm pulling away up First Avenue, the audience is waving at me through the window in a fucking garbage truck. Who does that? Who has that story?
Nobody. Nobody. But that goes to show you about Rhonda. He was a good guy.
Great. Well, he was always with the robe. I never really spoke to him.
Yeah.
But he was always hanging in and out.
He was always wanting to give people shots.
Well, that young comedian special. I mean, he had Dice and Bob Nelson. And
Kinnison.
Kinnison was a sweetheart. I opened for him at Rascals in West Orange. He was such a nice man. Yeah.
My wine. Chazz Palminteri Cabernet. A great bottle of wine. A great price. It's the working man's wine, the immigrant wine. $23. Tastes like a $75 bottle of wine. You can pick it up at any Stu Leonard's. Go to your liquor store, tell them to pick it up. They will get it for you. You can also get it, before I tell you that, my cigars. This came out first, me and Paulie DeSilva. This is the flagship model, the very first one. Incredible mild cigar, voted number 8 in the world boutique cigars, cigar enthusiasts. Then we came out with the Cologio. That's what my name is, if they're my grandfather. This is a stronger cigar, the Cologio. Then we're coming out with the Sunny, the most robust cigar of all. As you can see, we have it in red, like Sunny, the character, strong. You can pick up the cigar and the wine if you want to get them online at lcgcigars.com. So please, now tell us, Vic.
Yes.
Where are you going to be?
Okay. Look how old school I am. I got a Post-it with crayon written on it.
Bring it up. Yeah.
Tarrytown Music Hall, September 27th. Count Basie in Red Bank, New Jersey. 11-1. Westbury, which I don't know if it's called Westbury anymore. It changes its name like I changed my underwear. I don't know what it is.
I think it's Westbury.
Is it still Westbury Music Fair?
I think so.
That's 11-15. And the Hard Rock Casino in Atlantic City, December 5th.
Wow. Some of those dates I'm doing. That's incredible.
Whenever I go to a theater, you're always either there the week before. I always see a picture up there.
Tarrytown, and Count Basie Theater.
Yep.
Great places.
All great venues.
Now, do you find living in Jersey, a lot of your fans are from Jersey? Or it doesn't matter?
It's mostly the tri-state area. I basically do shows from New England to Florida. I go to Florida, I get all the New Jersey, New York transplants. So I basically do New England to Florida.
Do you ever go like Midwest?
Chicago is. You'll never see me in Boise, Idaho. I don't think.
So it's really the heavy Italian places.
Yeah, well, not Italian, but the tri-state area transports.
Right.
Like I said, from New England to Florida. I love the theaters. It's a whole. Naturally, there's more people, which means more money. But I also like doing the small comedy clubs where you got that intimacy and the crowd is right there.
Now, when you do a small comedy club, do you do 3 or 4 dates there?
Yeah, you're basically there from Thursday through Sunday, 2 shows a night. And the way I scream, and you see my act, by Sunday night, I have no voice. I'm drinking tea with. I can't help it, man. I get on that stage. I don't even tell people who don't know me what I do, because off stage, what I do on stage, I'm 2 different people. Once I hit that stage, I just click and I just scream, and the vein.
And you can't.
I can't. I tried.
You tried.
I can't be a monologist. I can't do it. I get so into it. I've been compared to Kinnison and Dangerfield, and it's.
How
great.
did Kinnison do that? I don't know how he did.
God, wow.
The screaming like that.
Yeah, but I don't know. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah, well, he was young then.
Yeah,
that's true. So now, before we go, I have to ask you.
Yeah.
Was there any, whenever you do a bit, and you're doing it, do you ever like improv something if something's really going great?
Oh, absolutely.
You do?
I'll improv. If somebody says something in the audience, or I'll improv and I'll goof on the stage or the background. I love doing improv because sometimes I get tired of my own act. But I love doing improv in between. It depends. If somebody says something, and I'll just go off, I'm not malicious. I just have fun with it. Like I one night I did 10 minutes on the curtain of a place. I went behind there like the Wizard of Oz and pay no mind to that man behind the curtain. I got the curtain. I started doing the Cowardly Lion. I just went off, and it was great.
So there's a freedom you have.
Yes, I love it. It's great.
I have to say, Vic.
Oh, Chazz.
It's
always
great.
A pleasure.
Great, man. It's really great.
Always a pleasure.
Sorry that you had to come all the way out here.
Oh, please.
But it's better if I do it.
I have no show. There's no stress.
Yes. Okay.